Hi Elaine, it's Susie. I just thought I'd show you my hand crank so that you can see if there's any difference and also to see if I can tell any difference with them. Sorry my sewing room's a bit of a mess, but I wasn't planning on doing this. I've had to draw the curtains because of the sunlight coming in. Okay, this one's Tinkerbell. This is a 128K. Now this is a 3/4 size of the 201. These are quite different because they've got what we call a vibrating shuttle here. Which is like a different bobbin mechanism. Very smooth running. Obviously you can see this one's in good condition. So this is a hand crank and I'll just let you hear it running. Very smooth. Now some people use these to make sporrans and I've used it to make bags and things. So even though it's a 3/4 machine, it will tackle layers. Moving on to this one that hasn't got a name because, to be honest, I didn't think I'd be keeping it, but they never seem to go anywhere. This is a 99K, but this is an older model because it's not got a reverse on it. I've not done a lot with this machine regarding oiling and stuff like that, but again, it's a hand crank. What you do have to make sure, Elaine, is make sure that the bobbin mechanism is free from the hand crank, because if it's in place, it'll put a drag on it and that will make it feel heavier. So always make sure that that's up, and I'm sure that you know about freeing the wheel there so that you're not in the mode of winding the bobbin. Right, this is, like I say, 99K. Now this hand crank is not an original Simanco hand crank, it's a replica, but it still does the job, it's fine. So that's that one going. Again, very smooth. I can tell it's slightly heavier than Tinkerbell here, but nothing that would cause me any wrist problems or anything like that. Again, that's a 3/4 size machine, 3/4 of the size of the 201 that you have, which honestly for 40 quid, it's a beautiful machine. Keep it. The worst that can happen is you get a motor off Dave Dong, but keep that machine. This one, this is Louis, because he was my 5th machine. He came as a treadle. The table was shattered, but I did do something with the treadle brace. Didn't really have much plans for him because having two 201 full-size machines and a 319, he was sort of a bit bottom of the pile. When I got a machine that I ended up scrapping with a hand crank on, I thought, I'll stick it on, see how it goes. Full-size machine, this one. Yes, it's heavier, but again, it's smooth, absolutely no problem to turn. You know, it's free, it's smooth. You don't. So, yeah, absolutely shouldn't cause you any physical problems, any RSI in your wrists or anything like that. Right, okay, move on to Ben. This is Ben. He's my 201, or one of my 201s. I've got another one, which is King George underneath, that's a treadle in much nicer condition than this one. The reason I keep this one like this is I use it for quilting, and if you see on the quilts here, they have a lot of pins in when I'm doing the stitch in the ditch. Don't mind using this one because I'm not worried about the bed getting scratched because it's not brilliant condition. It will sound a little bit clicky, and the reason is because I've got a walking foot on that do click. But again, hand crank on this one, and it's smooth, very smooth. The thing is with the 201s, their gears have a lot of torque. They're a bit like a tractor, but that's what makes them a brilliant machine. Shouldn't make it heavy, it should still be smooth, but you have got that torque. You feel like it could sew through anything. Honestly, you know, keep them oiled, keep your gears greased. You've only just got this machine, you've only just started oiling and greasing. Sometimes if parts are frozen, you might oil and grease them, leave them overnight, leave them to sit for a couple of days. But it's really early days, and the more you get going, the more you will learn about them, the more advice we'll give you. You'll really regret it if you send that machine back. If you are looking for the lightest hand crank machine though, it's the 128. Depends really on what you want to do with it. Okay, hope that helps you. Bye.